India's Chicken Neck or the Siliguri Corridor is a region that shares a border with Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh and China with an area of just over 100 kilometers in India's control. Effectively, the Siliguri Corridor becomes a narrow strip of 22 kilometers and the Indian state must keep this narrow stretch of land unhindered if the northeast has to be administered effectively. This region is extremely important from the security point of view because it connects the rest of the country to Assam and other northeastern states. All logistics, troops and other essential supplies moving to the line of actual control on the effective Indo-Tibet border move through this area. The geography and topography of the region are also a challenge in themselves, with several hilly tracts. Strategists understand that securing the Siliguri corridor is central to safeguarding India's territorial integrity. It is also crucial for checking Chinese expansion in the Himalayas. A more practical option, however, is to find a new route connecting India and the northeast that would save travel time and costs, while ensuring that the threat to connectivity between the northeast and the rest of India is also addressed. The vulnerability of the Chicken's Neck or the Siliguri corridor has emerged as a visible threat in the recent past. During the anti-CAA protests, Sharjeel Imam, who was the leader of the Shaheen Bagh protest, had reportedly said, "Cutting off Assam is their responsibility. And they can easily do that." Let's listen to a part of that video of Sharjeel Imam.
अगर 5 लाख लोग हमारे पास हों ऑर्गेनाइज्ड तो हम हिंदुस्तान और नॉर्थ ईस्ट को परमानेंटली कट कर सकते हैं, पर परमानेंटली नहीं तो कम से कम 1 आध महीने के लिए तो कट कर ही सकते हैं। मतलब इतना मवाद डालो पटरियों पर, रोड पे, उनको हटाने में 1 महीना लगे, है कि नहीं? जाए एयरफोर्स से, असम को काटना हमारी जिम्मेदारी है, असम और इंडिया कट के अलग हो जाए।
The Indian government is now planning a rail route to connect its northeastern state of Meghalaya with the rest of the country's territory. The route would pass through Bangladesh and effectively bypass the vulnerable Chicken's Neck corridor. The planned route is supposed to enter Bangladesh from Hilli, before moving through Goragat, Palishbari and Gabanda in India's neighboring country. Finally, the rail route would cross the Jamuna and reach Tura in Meghalaya. The route will be strategically more viable because it will not be passing through a thin strip of land. Also, it will help the people of Meghalaya as the rail distance to Tura will be cut down from 600 kilometers to 120 kilometers, and from there on, other northeastern states can be easily accessed. Also, it will be a means of improving Indo-Bangladesh relations. When cross-border railways will be built between the two countries, it will lead to better people-to-people ties and business exchanges across the two sides of the border. Ultimately, the new route will be a shot in the arm for India's territorial integrity, access to the northeast, national security, and overall economics. India has thus found an effective solution to its Chicken's Neck problem. In a very urgent situation, India also have other options. When we look at the map, we can see that what India need to do is to bargain with Bangladesh for the head intruding into the Indian territory. If this piece of land comes to India, New Delhi can easily overcome the dilemma of Chicken Neck. India has two options to materialize this. First, wage a war and occupy the land. Second, compensate Bangladesh with land from the state West Bengal on Bangladesh's eastern border. Compensating Bangladesh with land on its eastern border will be a golden handshake and create a win-win situation by sabotaging China in its ambition of hurt India by occupying the Chicken Neck, while, on the other hand, maintaining a cordial and complementary relation with Bangladesh.